What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 319 of the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlante. Joining me, as always, we have the Mecha Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano,
What's up, everybody?
and we got the Ray Trace Durag, Madrid Devon.
Sometimes satire isn't even satire anymore. It's just the truth.
We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about Pokemon TCG Pocket and the Space-Time Smackdown expansion. We're going to talk about Cyberpunk 2077 and Spider-Man 2. We're going to talk about Multiversus, Forza Horizon, Jak and Daxter, and Grand Theft Auto. All right, so for me, one of the biggest news stories of the week is that Forza Horizon 5 is officially coming to PlayStation. We got an object for it on the PSN store, so we know that one of the few other franchises that I like on Xbox, one of the few exclusive Xbox franchises,
Hmm.
is officially coming to PlayStation. My,
Nice, nice.
Well, one less exclusive.
I
Well, this one
mean,
just seems like a smart move because Forza's just been solid for so long, and it doesn't make sense to make a racing game exclusive.
Yeah,
well,
I personally I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The less exclusives for the most part, the better at this point.
Right.
Um,
yeah, I
but yeah,
mean,
this is interesting because it is that arcade style racer, and it's
open
Yeah.
not
world arcade.
Yeah.
open world arcade. Like that shit don't exist. Like
No.
we're not doing that shit in Gran Turismo, right?
No. It's hyper
Right.
realistic.
Arcade, like,
Yeah.
Forza Motorsport is more like Gran Turismo, like, it's a more
Hmm.
direct competitor of that sim style racing. But I'd
Hmm.
say, like, Need for Speed is more on the level, the more recent Need for Speed games are more like what Horizon's doing. But, like, I think it was Forza Horizon 4 was the one that I was playing on my Xbox One when I had Game Pass for that little bit of time, and
Hmm.
that was actually fun, like the Horizon Festival kind of thing of, and the country for 5 is Mexico, so it's like an open world driving game set in Mexico
Hmm.
that seems like they're doing a lot of really cool stuff with. I mean, they've probably been doing, there are like 2 expansions. The one thing that I'm wondering about is how much is it going to be? Because I think this launched as like a $70 game. Plus, it has multiple expansions. It doesn't have a price on the PSN yet. They just let you
Yeah.
wish list it. So, but it's also a few years old. I want to say that was a 2022 game.
Yeah. But hasn't PlayStation consistently dropped stuff on PC and it's been full price?
Yeah, but this is Microsoft dropping something that's a few years old on PlayStation. So, yeah, I mean, PlayStation, they set the tone of like, it's coming out full price on PC. It'll be
Hmm.
like, but it'll also follow the trends of PC sales the
Hmm.
same way the Xbox games have so far. They haven't done like something this triple A
Hmm.
necessarily. Like Sea of Thieves, yes, but Sea of Thieves is also like super old.
Yeah.
Grounded is a few years old. Pentiment was the new Pentiment is the
And
newest thing, and Hi-Fi Rush didn't launch as like a $70
no.
like big. So, and I mean Call of Duty Day and Date dropped full price on PlayStation. Indiana Jones, even though it's like 6 months, I think that's going to be full price when it hits PlayStation.
Hmm.
So it'll
Yeah.
just be interesting to see how they do it because that'll set the tone for Gears and Halo. Because it seems like we're getting Gears One Ultimate Edition on PlayStation, and it seems like we're
Mhm.
getting the Master Chief Collection on PlayStation. So
Those to me are the two biggest ones that Xbox would do. Forza, I mean, is a big
yeah, it was
game for
Gears,
Xbox
Halo,
Studios, but
Forza.
like
That was
those
like
are
the
kind of
rotation.
your yeah. That's like I mean, back in the day. That would be like putting Uncharted or God of War on your Xbox.
Right, which Sony,
That's never gonna happen.
even though Sony's been just making mistakes left and right, they're still like the PS5 is still outpacing the PS4 as far as sales.
That's pretty cool.
So, but Xbox is completely like slowed to a halt. Like they've been going negative generation over generation with the Xbox One, and the Xbox One wasn't exactly the best-selling console in history, and they're doing even worse this generation.
Which is
Because,
crazy.
well, I mean,
I think everything's doing pretty bad this generation.
well,
Yeah.
PS5
To be
still
honest,
outpacing
I mean,
PS4
it's
and
sure it's
Switch.
selling, but like I think the critical reception of the PS5, like people have already started to turn on it. Like it's just like a what was this generation? It's like a stopgap. Ultimately we're gonna look back and be like, this is a generation that was hampered by corporate greed and fucking the pandemic, which is also a
Right.
symptom of corporate greed. So,
Hmm.
so you know,
Yeah, but I
maybe it can
mean,
finish strong, but
these systems, like, I feel like this generation, I've been happy with the level of performance we're getting out of these consoles. And, like, last generation, they didn't exactly have the plan that, PlayStation was just going to be backwards compatible for the indefinite future. But this generation, they started off knowing, hey, PS5 is going to play all the PS4 games. The same way Xbox has been building this, like, you can play from OG Xbox all the way through the newest Xbox Series games, all on a Xbox Series X, where PlayStation, they finally have been like, okay, we can't make the mistakes that we made with our older systems again.
Yeah.
So everything from PS4, for the most part, like other than some like very specific things, the same way the very specific
Hmm.
things that need Connect and whatever on 360 and Xbox One don't work on the series, is like there'll be those edge cases, but
Yeah.
for this generation, having the library that we've gotten so far this generation, like, because we've gotten like a
yeah,
Final Fantasy pretty much every year, and they've been really good. And then, well, we're probably not getting anything this year unless that 9 remake or that Tactics remaster. Either of those could happen this year, but I don't see us getting like a something on the level of 16 or Dawn Trail or Endwalker
Mm-mm.
or
right, right.
yeah, anything that big this year. But for the most part, every single year we've had something like that. And this year we're getting Monster Hunter, and the more I see of Wilds, the more
Are
excited
we
I
not
get.
feeling Final Fantasy out a little bit? You know,
Nah, I am so ready for part 3 of the 7 trilogy because part 2 was
you know.
that good.
I
Yeah.
was this close to playing it, but I'm like, it's not going to stack up to what I just played,
Yeah, but
and I'm just gonna.
it's a totally different
I
vibe.
don't care. I don't
It's
care.
still a Japanese
I
RPG.
don't care. It's not gonna hit for me the same way, you know. And I
Yeah.
need to space it out. I need to put something in between
Yeah.
those two games, you know.
Well, I kind of feel that. I like after beating Persona 3 Reload, I did download the actually this week I have been utilizing my premium PlayStation Plus or PSN.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I got the 5-hour trial for a Metaphor and I'm about to jump into it. I just got some retro games instead that I've been
Well,
cracked out on.
The
there,
trial Metaphor has a trial.
5-hour trial that I could that I mean I just went to
That's weird because the demo's like fucking 6 hours.
yeah.
I don't know.
So you should probably play the demo and then pick up the save in the trial, and then right there you got like 12 hours of gameplay.
I mean, you got a point.
You know, if they let you do it like that, then shit, why not?
But yeah, I like after playing Persona, I feel like I could jump back into an Atlas JRPG.
Yeah. Same, but different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a good job system, and this is one of the best implementations of that.
Hmm.
Um,
And 7 Remake is basically, or 7 Rebirth is basically open world Kingdom Hearts as far as
Yeah,
yeah,
battles
that's
go.
what I
So,
feel.
yeah, uh-uh, uh-uh, not right now, not right
yeah.
now.
I mean, I could definitely see the down periods because, like, the down periods really, like, turn you off of 16. And I feel like the down periods in this, you can really get in the weeds and just
Yeah, I mean,
be.
my biggest thing with the down periods in 16 is that like it it felt so, you know,
I mean, the bad
it
parts
it
of
it.
16,
I'm
you
like,
see
damn,
them.
I love like this is excellent, it is just fine in Final Fantasy 14, but in this game like this, it felt too jarring of a difference between like Devil May Cry combat to. I think I have to go take Jill on a date or something or another. Uh, God, I miss Sid so much. like, like if those could have been like more in sync, it would have felt better. You
Well,
know?
7
Yeah.
Rebirth, it's like we're hunting Sephiroth and there are parallel dimensions going on and all of this, but also Red 13 is playing Rocket League. So, like, that stark difference is like.
Yeah, and that little bit of chaos that Nomura introduces might
Yeah.
be better.
Is it just the gameplay loops that you're just like they just don't
No, I mean
grab you?
the last time I was playing, like I have a tough time with open world games, which is weird because
Mm.
of the game that I'm playing right now. But I see a bunch of shit. I'm like, yeah, I should go do this, and then I kind of like the mental illness just starts hitting really hard, and I might get decision paralysis and not do anything. Or in the case of Final Fantasy 7, what's this one, Rebirth, I was just playing Queen's Blood.
It's a great way to spend your
like
time.
let me just play the card game for a
Yeah.
while.
It's still crazy that we're a year later and, like, the PC version of that has dropped and everything, and we still don't have, like, a standalone Queen's Blood because they did all that kind of stuff for 15. Why couldn't 7 Rebirth, which has sold more than 15, is doing better with its PC release than 15?
like is it just like a slow drip of trying to get it, like, damn, we should probably add some more to this
Hmm.
for like a full PvP type release, or they're probably trying to figure out how to monetize it to hell and back.
Yeah, because I mean, Square, the
Yeah.
mobile games, like, it'll be an NFT game by the time Square's done with
NF
it.
Oh my
NFT,
God.
like
That,
getting cards is just going to be a pain in the ass. Like
was
you're
it
not going to
Nino
be able to
Cooney or
pull.
was it Octopath that the mobile game was an NFT game? One, it was either Octopath or Nino Cooney that both of them had mobile games,
Both of them have this is news to me.
but one of them was an NFT game. Let me see.
Don't they remember when everybody got mad at them when they said, "Hey, we were looking at exploring NFTs like fucking 4 years ago," and everybody got mad at them and said, "No, this is stupid." And they had that moment where they can be like, "Hey, we haven't created any of these NFT games yet. Let's pivot." And you know what? They said, "Fuck that. Let's double down. We're gonna do it anyway,
Oh,
even
it
if it's
was
gonna
Nino Cooney,
alienate." It was Nino Cooney. Yeah,
so
that
that
makes a
wasn't
little more
Square.
sense.
Well, it got canceled. It didn't end up coming out, but May
Yeah, that's
2022, there were a bunch of stories breaking down how the NFTs in Nino Cooney Cross Worlds was going to
that's for
work.
the best. That's 1000% for the best.
Hmm.
But yeah, I can see that Queen's Blood coming. Maybe that's the Final Fantasy game for this year. Queen's Blood. You
I'd
know,
take it.
once they figured out the appropriate system to milk us for everything that we got,
Yeah.
and like also wring the fun out of it because we've been so thoroughly milked.
Well, do you
I
think
think
we've
they'll
gotten
find
to
a way
that?
to make it interesting and like keep players engaged.
Do you think we've gotten to that point with Pokemon?
With Pokemon, so the new Pokemon update came out, the Space Time Smackdown. I don't know. I haven't spent one fucking red cent on this
No,
game,
I
and
haven't spent a dollar on this yet.
I don't necessarily plan to either.
Mm-mm.
You know,
I
but
I feel like they give you, if as long as you interact with everything in the game, they give you enough of each currency that you can kind of over time unlock stuff and just buy stuff
yeah,
without spending money.
yeah, like you definitely have the pieces. I mean, you get 2 free packs every day. You
Right.
know, at the bare minimum, that's going to be pack points that you get, right?
Right.
To
Mm-hmm.
where you could probably get around to buying something that you really want.
Yeah.
Like Anton said, you can do those battles, get
Mhm.
hourglasses. They
You
give
could,
you hourglasses every day for just signing in.
yeah.
You can
They give
redeem
you,
tickets for hourglasses if you really want to.
oh yeah, the community tickets. If you just go like and interact
Yeah,
with people's like,
the trans lives matter tickets.
yes.
That's all I see is just like the
Yeah.
trans flag. I'm like, yeah,
I
You're
I
not
see
think it was
wrong.
Pokemon
like
being
Yeah.
allies.
the first week of the tickets, I was trying to like break down some of the different currencies for Madrid. And I'm like, and so the tickets, he's like, the trans tickets? I'm like, yes. Because
Yes.
instantly you see that and it's like, I'm with it.
Pokemon knows its fan base.
Yes, Pokemon definitely does know its fan base. So, yeah, Space Time Smackdown came out, and well, so I have bought stuff in this game, so
Oh, well, you're probably just a fish. You're fine. It's a slippery slope there.
yeah, it is, but I'm not. At no point have I done anything, crazy. I haven't
Yeah.
been buying physical packs lately, so,
Mhm.
Hmm.
the
Yeah.
physical, I just kind of take the money that would go to the physical packs and put it towards these digital packs. And since
Yeah.
I'm
And
actually playing and
Mhm.
using these cards as
It
well as
also helps that
collecting,
these cards are like really, really cool, and I have not been messing with what's coming out in the physical packs right now.
Oh yeah,
I think I
these
said this
cards
last
are.
episode, or I was just like, I am so sick of this the strastalizing or whatever. I'm so over that gimmick. The Pokemon don't look that cool.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
The
they
VMAX
definitely want to push
cards
that.
honestly look way better, like as far as
Hmm.
themes and like the full
Hmm.
arts. Like in my opinion, like the Gigantamax and Dynamax, like those gimmicks
Those were
made for
cool.
better cards
Yeah.
than these. Even like the cards that right now people are buying up all the ETBs and fighting in Costco's over like the boxes. Like this current set, like the best cards in it, I'm like, yeah, no, I'd get these cards to sell these cards, but I would not be collecting these cards. They are not appealing in almost any way to me. Even the Umbreon, which I'm like, typically an Umbreon card is where it's at, but
I love my
Yeah.
evolutions.
Oh yeah, the
that's the whole
Umbreon
thing.
and Espeon cards did not look that great, and they have always looked good in every iteration
Yeah, this
of cards.
whole set is based around EV and the evolutions
Hmm.
and but terastallized. And
Yeah.
so
It's
I didn't
the
even play that game to fucking care about that.
I mean it's fine in the game, like
yeah, it's fun in the game, but
I can
I'm ready
imagine,
for
but
the
like
new game to come out.
I don't have any like affiliation to it. I don't have any type
Honestly,
of
I'm ready for ZA to
feelings
come
for it.
out so we can get Mega
Yeah,
Evolution
yeah, we're getting
yeah,
back in the
Zaza.
Megas
card game.
and we're
Yeah.
gonna be getting like new regional forms because Gen 6 was before they started doing, like, Gen 7 was when they started regional variants. And so
Mm-hmm.
getting some Kalos Pokemon, like either past or future versions or just
Oh,
like
that'd be cool.
regional variants. Because it looks like we have almost no information and we're like
Mm-mm.
3 weeks out from Pokemon Day. So
It's just all speculation at this point. But
Yeah.
3 weeks out,
Have we even got the starters yet?
you're
no,
gonna get
we
it.
don't. All we have is that one trailer where you see it's like a 3D render of Lumio City with
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
a bunch of the Gen 6 Pokemon running around. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then it goes to like a pencil sketch of
Yep.
like
Yep.
Lumio
I
City
remember now.
looking from the top down, and then it
Yeah,
ends.
it makes
Or
people think like, is this going to be like a Pokemon like a city builder? Like, are they adding like
no,
community building
the
like elements
legends,
to
if
it?
it weren't like, because they
Bro,
just
I would play that game.
yeah, I would
Like,
also would
A
play.
I'm
Sim
saying like
City
this is the
3000 like
this is the
world
new
building.
mechanic that they're adding to like Pokemon Legends. Like, all
Base
right,
building.
so
They
yeah,
had base building in Gen 3 and 4, so
Yeah, they did.
that was a base, but we built
That
a
was
whole
cool though.
motherfucking community.
I'm trying to build a whole Pokemon world.
well,
To
so
make
the way they showed the logo, they were like Pokemon Legends, and then they did the Z and then the A, but and then the trailer ended with the Mega Evolution symbol. Just
Did you ever see that clip? It's like it's like Pokemon. They're like, "Hey, what are you smoking on?" It's just Venusaur. Zah. So yeah, I hope that game has this type of energy,
Yeah.
whether they are aware of it or not. You know. So I'm here for those the clippable moments that we can get out of it.
yeah, I'm just it'll hopefully all these games run better on the Switch too, so I can go back to Scarlet and Violet and finish the DLC.
Oh yeah, the Switch 2, the thing that's a real thing now.
It is a real thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we talked
yeah.
about it last time,
It's
or
not just a
maybe
speculation.
week before.
I'm so used
It
to it
had to be
being
the week
the
before.
worst kept secret,
Yeah.
as opposed to like existing and us knowing what it looks like
Mm-hmm.
and what it's called.
Right.
Yeah, I would actually go back. There are a couple of games I would go back and play on the Switch too, just because they run
100%.
better.
Well,
Like,
we don't know they
Astral
run
Chain
better
is
yet.
yeah.
That's the one thing that we're still not sure of.
Oh, yeah.
We know it'll be backwards compatible, and physical and digital Switch games can be played on the Switch too. But what there is no way of us knowing yet is how they run. We won't know, like unless Nintendo straight up says it, we won't know till the system's out, and there'll be the IGN video.
Which one games run better?
Yep.
Well, it'll be like thanks
Then we
to
get
the enhanced
the digital foundry breakdown. Like, nah, not really.
thanks to the pisser technology in the Switch 2. They're like, nah, even though it is just DLSS, we're going to call it pisser.
Call it a pisser.
PlayStation had one thing right. That and Lego Horizon.
It was the only things on our console. God damn it. Oh, but to get back on the Pokemon card train, how are y'all feeling about everything? Like, I haven't touched trading yet. It seems like a convoluted mess, and
The one thing
when I get
is
desperate for it, I'll do it.
all the cards that I need, you can't really trade. Like, you can't trade promos, and I'm missing one promo card because the Greninja just wouldn't drop from that one event that had
the
Greninja.
Blastoise event.
Well, no, I think it was the Venusaur event.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, Greninja was just one of the promo cards, and I've gotten all the promo cards from all the events except that one Greninja, and you can't trade promo cards. I'm like, I got extra full art Venusaurs, extra full art.
But why
Blastoise.
not?
Because fuck you.
Yeah, the whole trading system is
because
fuck you.
Like, there's no good reason that shit should require materials.
Yeah, and the materials
and currency.
Yeah, it's current. It has its own currency
And they
and its
have to
own
be
material.
and they have to be equivalent. Like you have to essentially you have to like if I wanted to trade what like a full art or like a certain EXs or whatever, I would have to break down essentially multiples of that card before, or at least a card of that quality before to be
Mhm.
able to trade away that card in the fucking first place. So
And
you
that
have to
doesn't
have
work for the lower rank cards because
Mhm.
like Jade just needs like one holographic to finish their Kanto decks for the immersive Mew. And it's like holographic golem that I have like 7 of them, but I can't even break them down to get the currency. I have to break down things better than it to get the currency to trade it off. And I'm
yeah,
like,
what the fuck?
I'm sitting on like, because I could break down immersive Charizards. Like I have
Listen, you got to
actually,
break down the Charizards.
which I'm not about to do, to trade away a regular holographic golem.
No, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
And yeah,
It
I'm
doesn't make
missing.
sense.
It also they have like the star, diamond, like gold, silver, like
Doesn't make sense.
levels. Like you could just pick a bunch of common cards that equal up to the rarity of like a card you want, and then trade it.
Oh no, no, no.
Like,
It's
but
one
it
card
could
for
be like
one card,
that's how
and
you would do it in real life. Like, well,
yeah,
let me give you like these semi-basic cards for that one card that you have, and then you'd be like, all right, cool.
yeah. Well, honestly, I need a regular Charizard EX, a Machamp EX, and a there was another EX that I needed, but I'm essentially out of Genetic Apex. I'm missing 3 cards out to get the full set of
Hmm.
everything. I think it's
It's another EX.
Moltres EX might be the one I'm missing.
Hmm.
I can just look at it. I have the app up.
Perhaps. Yeah. So, but that's a system I'm probably just gonna avoid for the time being. Hopefully, it gets a lot of terrible reviews and they decide to rework it.
Well, they've already posted something about their listening. First of all, they gave everybody enough currency for a free EX
One,
trade.
one first taste free. Yeah. Fuck out my
Oh
face.
yeah,
Well, it
yeah,
wasn't anything for an entire day. They were just like, "Fuck it, go."
yeah.
They're like, how many people have traded yet? Oh, sir, 3 people. What?
3 people.
Did they use the currency? No, they traded commons. Fuck. Give them a free one. Hit the button. Do it now.
But yeah, they've already put up a statement of like, "Hey, we see like the overall negative response. Like Pokemon listening, first of all, is a crazy concept. You can tell this is DNA, like being like, actually, we need this mobile revenue and we can't fuck up our contract with the Pokemon company." So
Right. Like I don't see why trading is something that you should have to tax.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Like actually having an easier way to trade would make people want to engage with the game more.
what would
Yeah.
make more sense to me is if they use Stardust instead of the new material, because you already use Stardust when like obtaining Flare, and it kind of is an extension of that system. And so like use Stardust for that, because not that many people are going and breaking down their
Yeah.
more common cards to get Flare. But
And
even
everybody's gotten Stardust on something that they did
Mhm.
not care about, like a Wonder Pick.
yeah,
Yep.
Or
and then
just like
there's
bundled with some other shit. Just like I don't really care about this Stardust right now.
And then the
Yeah.
event tickets, like the one they just had for Blastoise, those green tickets, after you got all the Blastoise stuff, you could just burn all those tickets on Stardust. So that to me would just be a better thing of like, okay, if you're going to be using like a currency and an energy system, like why does it have to be its own energy system? Why does the material have to not be Stardust?
Right, right.
And it's not
And
even
like
Stardust. Stardust is a Pokemon Go thing. What's this crap called?
Shine Dust.
Shine Dust.
Close enough, right? I mean, yeah, even if it's just to prevent us from just trading like indefinitely, they could add something there. Like like you said, having the shine dust, it kind of like help, or just even the currency. Like, okay, I know I can do 2 trades a day. Fine, that's okay. That's fine. But like, they're going out of our way to make it hard to trade. Trading shouldn't be difficult. It shouldn't be a Herculean task to accomplish.
Well, the way I'm acting is the way I've been acting since this game came out. That trading's just not in it, and I gotta pull packs for the cards I want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Essentially.
Pretty much. I'm gonna keep that energy until they're like, hey, trading's not busted anymore. It kind of works now. And I'm gonna be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I'm trying to build up a couple of these new decks. I got this darkness deck that is almost ready to go. I just need a Weavile.
I need a Sneasel and a Weavile because I am sitting here on that 2-star.
I had a fucking wonder pick with that shit right there, and I was like, yeah, this is it, baby. I'm about to get it.
I have 2 of this Darkrai now, and all I need is a Sneasel and a Weavile. And I can make a nasty deck.
Yes, bro. That deck is so good. I'm like, all right, cool. He does indiscriminate damage. Cool. Weavile does double damage to Pokemon that were damaged. Bet. I got the shit's assembled. I just need that one more Pokemon. And maybe one more Sneasel. I got 1. I should probably use 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need tools also. I haven't been getting like any kind of these new tool cards.
I think I have them all.
Huh. Gotta get them all.
But I've also pulled like 3 10-packs.
Yeah, I did one.
I'm almost at the point I can do another 10-pack.
See, that's crazy because Chris, in real life, you'll get a pack and it's open immediately, and I'll sit on like just packs and packs and packs.
Mm-hmm.
But in the game, like I can't have Pokegold, hourglasses, any of that shit. I am right now sitting at 0 hourglasses with 9 hours left.
Right.
You are a fiend. That's the problem. Just let it build.
Yeah, I think the opening 2 packs daily.
I do not use my pack my hourglasses to open packs. Like daily to speed it up. Like maybe if it's at a weird time, like that my shit's at like fucking 3 a.m. because I was up with some crackhead shit. And now I have like an odd time. I'm like, okay, I should probably try and fix this right now.
Playing that Rivals.
Rivals and capitalism, capitalism keeps me up till about 1, and then the Rivals will keep me up 2 more hours after that.
Feel that.
But yeah. I do not use hourglasses unless it's for 10-packs.
The 2 daily packs really just they curve my hunger to open more packs.
Right,
like,
exactly.
I'm fine.
Unless I have that, I'm like, man, I just need one more.
I
think it's because the battling that
chases I'm going.
Oh yeah,
that's
there you
like
go.
The thing. It's like, oh, I know. Genetic Apex is like I'm pulling these 2 packs a day, but I need these 3 cards to finish the decks to get the emblem for that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I finished the decks and got the Mew and the Mew emblem out of the Mystical Island for completing that decks.
Yeah. That one kind of like at this point it kind of feels like a holdover until we got to this. Because
Mythical Island?
Yeah, Mythical
it
Island.
Was small and it didn't have that.
It brought some cool stuff to the game, but like I'm looking forward to what these 2 packs bring. Mm-hmm. I haven't been battling yet because I'm sure people are in that phase where like some sweaty whales already have the decks that they need, and then there's the people who are like, all right, I'm gonna remix these old decks with some of this new shit.
That's what I've been doing for like some of mine. Yeah. I'm like, all right, my water deck, I could just tweak it a little bit,
just
throw a weasel in here for good measure.
Yeah, just something to change it up. Or like I tried making a Mew deck, but I added those new psychic Pokemon, like the psychic 3. I don't know. Really
You're
looking at.
gonna the Lake Trio,
Yeah,
Uxie,
the Lake
Azelf,
Trio.
Me Spirit.
Yes, them in a Giratina. And I was thinking about, I was like, well, this deck really doesn't need the Mew.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing is
So I need to remix that again.
we have Darkrai EX.
Mhm.
Is there Heatran EX or is that just regular Heatran that's in this set?
I think it's
I think it's just regular
I think it's
Heatran.
regular Heatran, but I do believe he has
That's,
an ability.
he does. He does 20. Oh, that's his move attack. It does 20 damage to himself every time he uses it.
So that's not good.
No.
Yeah,
I think he
And
has
Reggie
160.
Gigas. Okay, so
I got a
Gen
lot of the
4 had
Reggies.
a.
I might have them all.
The Darkrai is really cool.
Well, there are only 4 out of the 6 Reggies in the game right now.
Yeah,
Ice,
I got
Rock, Steel, and Gigas.
Are there any EX Reggies?
No, not yet.
There's a full art one.
Yeah. But, so what I'm thinking is, since Gen 4 had so many legendaries,
Mm-hmm.
and we got a bunch of them, but not EXs in this pack, I could see not the next pack, but later on getting a Giratina focused one to get a Giratina EX and Heatran EX, and we're getting Cresselia EX out of a drop event soon. But yeah, I think where we're at, they're trying to keep the focus on Dialga and Palkia because those two are cornerstones. Like Palkia, you can make a nasty water
I've
deck.
I've fucked up so many Wonder Picks for Dialga that I want to pull my fucking hair out.
Do I?
Oh my god. Oh, they just will not let me get that shit.
Yeah.
And I know the game doesn't have them pre-assigned. I know once you click on it, they decide to give you one. Fuck
Oh, that's
you.
cool.
That's
The Gallade EX is kind of
That's
weird.
the EX that I got, Glade. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this?
Bro, it's a Celebi killer, I can tell you that.
It is a Celebi killer, but it's weird to me because you have to use Routes and Curlia, two
Right.
psychic types,
to
and
get
now
a
I gotta
fighting
mix
type.
and match fucking energies. Right?
Yes.
Come
Yeah.
on, come on, what the fuck?
That's why Duraludon, that dragon from Mythical Island, it's like
Yeah.
it's really good, but it just fucks up like my energy pool because it's
I
really good with like
I don't use
fighting.
threads, but I keep getting thread advertisements of like these. I don't know what they call them, threads. These posts that have like Pokemon builds, and I want to click on it and look at them. Like, let me see what you got here. But they want you to download the app, and fuck Meta, they can eat a dick.
Right.
You can choke on it and die.
Threads, can't you get to it from the Instagram app?
No,
No.
not without having it.
Yeah, you
And
can get to it through Instagram if you have the app, and it'll just kind of open the app automatically for you. It's like Campfire for Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I'm not giving
That's-
them
that's
anything new. You know, they already have Facebook and Instagram. Like you're not getting nothing else out of me.
Yeah.
The only
But
thing they
I'm
get me
seeing
with
like
is a MetaQuest.
I saw a deck and it was like Magnemite, Magneton, that Dragon Pokemon, and then the Darkrai and like some other shit around it. And they were like, this deck makes its own energy or some shit. And I wanted to look at it because I'm like, what the fuck are you on? Because all that is way
It's like
different.
3 different types. Yeah.
Shit, 4 because the dragon is fire and water.
Oh.
Yeah.
God.
So my
Right.
it's not my Aerodactyl. I think it's my Golem deck
Mm-hmm.
has 2 of that. So I'm alternating between fighting fire and water energy in that energy pool. And
Yeah, it could get like at that point RNG take the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And you
You know,
that the crazy part is you can't even build a dragon deck because then like if once Dragonite gets in there, you're doing fire,
you,
water, electric.
there's no dragon deck building. You make a dragon your star and surround that motherfucker with either something that uses that energy or
Makes
colorless
that energy.
or
Yeah.
makes that energy.
Yeah, because they don't. Do they have dragon energy in the game yet?
No.
No, it
No.
doesn't exist. They're just like, here's two different energy types.
Yeah.
Have fun. Like
Right.
Dragonite is water and lightning.
Yeah.
Yep.
The dragon from Mythical Island, water and fire, and then Garchomp is it water and fighting?
I don't have a Garchomp yet, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Actually, let me see.
I
Do I
have
have a
one.
Gibble or a Gabite?
I think I have the whole line, so I'm thinking about making the deck with them at some point.
Yeah.
But I think I still need Lucario because if you're running fighting, you need you a Lucario
Yeah.
at this
I
point.
definitely don't have a Lucario. I don't have. Do I have a Manaphy even? Because I know I have
No,
the regular.
I didn't even know
Trio.
that shit was in the game until Jalen posted it.
Because I'm looking at full arts. Combi, Shaman, Gastrodon, Bidoof, Darkrai, and Dawn are the full arts out of
I'm on
this
that
set.
good Bidoof.
It's a fun Bidoof.
I have Uxie and Azelf,
Bidoof.
so I don't even have the full Lake Trio. Yeah, I do not have Manaphy. This set of packs, I feel like I've had the worst luck out of all three. Like Genetic Apex, like everything was new, it's cool, whatever. Like I got a shit ton of immersive Charizards. Mythical Island, like it wasn't that big of a set. It was pretty straightforward and easy to finish.
Yeah,
Like,
I was able to make a Celebi deck like that day.
yeah, and I mean, that Mythical Island, a lot of the cards worked really well with the Genetic Apex decks I already had. It would just be like, oh, switch out one of your red cards out of your deck and put a leaf in there, or put a blue in there, you know? But this, I feel like, first of all, I'm having bad luck. I'm not pulling pretty much anything that I can synergize with anything else. It's all like bits and pieces of different plans I could do if I were getting better cards, but that's not panning out. And then
Yeah, Garchomp is water and fighting. With the Cynthia, yeah, you're about to wreck some shit.
Oh yeah, I don't have a Cynthia. Only have so how many tools are there? Because I have the giant cape, the rocky helmet, and the lumberry.
Those are all the ones I have. There may or may not be another one. I'm not sure.
View it like this, because it should tell me. Pokemon communication. That's one. And then, yeah. Okay, so I'm only missing one of the tool cards. Might work on a Pachirisu EX deck. Because that'll synergize really well with Pikachu. Alright, so it's fair to say all of us have put a good amount of time into Pokemon TCG Pocket, but the other game I've been playing this week has been Spider-Man 2.
Oh, you went back to it?
Yeah, because it came out on PC and was having problems on PC, and then I was in a party about to play Marvel Rivals, and everybody was complaining about Spider-Man. I'm like, I don't like playing Spider-Man in Marvel Rivals, but I totally do like playing Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2. So, booted that up. I'm at about the halfway point in the game. Venom's about to show up.
Venom.
Did you redo it or just like New Game Plus?
Yeah, I've had a New Game Plus since they introduced New Game Plus. I've had a New Game Plus save file that I'm slowly chipping away at
Mm-hmm.
because I had 100% of the trophies, and then when they added New Game Plus, they did the annoying thing of adding one singular trophy, and it's for beating the entire game on New Game Plus. So I'm skipping all the side activities. I'm not really stopping for any of the open world activities. Uh, I'm skipping all the cutscenes, so it's going by pretty fast. And I mean, I have all the suits. There are just a couple of variants you can get in New Game Plus, but not to the suits that I've been using. So I'm not even really trying to get the credits to do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Spider-Man 2 still a good game. I don't know. Between your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man being
Mm-hmm.
on Disney Plus and just all those contributing factors, I've been playing Spider-Man 2. And
Nice.
hopping over to Fortnite and playing as one of the different Spider-Mans I have over there.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good time for a lull and do backlogs. I'm not doing that, but it's a good time for it.
Yeah, I went and got a game to add to my backlog
Well,
that
yeah,
was retroactively on it.
we could talk about that game. Because,
Let's do it. I somehow picked either the best perfect game to play right now or the perfect worst game to play right now. I haven't decided just yet. But Cyberpunk 2077 was on sale. And I finally pulled the trigger and copped it.
Nice.
Like I'm free from metaphor. I do need to go back to Persona 3, but I wanted to kind of space that out at this point.
Yeah.
Because I left off at like the end of October. Um, so shit was, shit was then. And I just finished with Metaphor. I'm like, I need to kind of like, that gameplay is pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to get Cyberpunk and playing through it. They're like, hey, you got a save file. And I was going to start over, but I was like, I don't feel like doing that again. Let me just go ahead and jump in. And my save file was from like 2021.
Oh
So
God.
yeah. So yeah, the game's definitely changed. They're like, yeah, big dog, you just gonna have to re-roll your perks because shit ain't like that no more. I'm like, all right, cool. They were giving me stuff to like, yeah, go to the apartment, like, hey, there's more cars for sale. Like people were calling me
oh
with
yeah,
shit.
your phone, like, even me
Phone blowing up.
starting over, like, my phone has been blowing up.
Like people stay hitting my line with some shit to do, and I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
Mhm.
And the reason I say it's the worst perfect game to play right now is of it's the same way that Metaphor was the perfect game to play at that time. We were going through an election, and essentially Metaphor held a mirror to the real world and like put a lens of fantasy over it. Like
Mhm.
let's sprinkle in some allegory and some metaphor into this. While Cyberpunk does the same thing, they hold a mirror up to the world and then they grab a smart shotgun and blow your fucking brains out with satire that at this point the news articles and the clips and shit that go on in the game pretty much mirror the real world. And I'm like, oh fuck, I can't escape from this. This is the path that we're barreling towards headstrong.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
It sounded
If
like the
not,
cops
if
were
not worse.
barreling towards the
Yeah,
cyberpunk
it's like the
situation
sirens in the
outside.
background really made your
Stay woke.
There's a cyber psycho down the road. You better. They're
Oh
sending out
man.
Adam Smasher.
Mhm.
Hey, the truth is cyberpsychosis
Mhm.
is really, I'm like, oh, this just sounds like depression and PTSD mixed in with the fact that you've turned your body into a living weapon, or even the people who don't put weapons in their body, just technology, it inherently creates a dissonance between the human experience because at this point you don't know what's real and what's not real anymore because you have a bunch of artificial shit in your body. Does that make you less real or more real?
Mm,
Does that make the person next to you an item? You know?
damn. Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah, right. It's like, well, fuck. What is real, you
yeah.
know? So yeah, that's been good. Like I'll go and play, and then I would just like be up there for hours, and I'm like, man, fuck, how did that happen? I didn't really do anything. I just walked to a couple places,
Mm-hmm.
killed a couple gangbangers. Fucking, I did like a mission or two. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I. The problem with me in that game is I have to not be tired, not in a
Yes,
party,
yes,
and and I have to be at my desk, not working on anything. Like I playing Cyberpunk
yes.
with it being first person and as dialogue heavy as it is,
Mm,
even and the way I'm playing it, where I'm really not doing any side stuff, I am just doing
Oh, see, that's the thing. I'm doing side stuff.
yeah.
mm.
You should. I would recommend just doing the side stuff, or like riding around and like you're in the area and fucking Regina calls you like, "Hey, I got this thing going on." I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm right here. I can do this real quick.
Well,
Get some extra money, get some extra stats. Boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get my car, so that's part of the problem.
Just
Is
rob somebody. The fuck?
yeah, I've been doing that.
Just rob this shit. This shit's Grand Theft Auto. Just go
Yes,
rob
this
somebody."
shit is surprisingly Grand Theft Auto for the fact that it's like the next game after The Witcher 3 and for it to be as story heavy and as like dialogue focused as it is, like once you're in that open world, it's Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like the environmental storytelling is like really impressive. Like I was in an area and I'm like, oh, these are the slums for real. Like people are up here like
Mm-hmm.
basically drugged out on cyberware and shit. Like they're dirty. They're like living on a mattress and shit. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
trash fucking everywhere. And I'm just like, wow. That's crazy. Like you go to a different part of town and like you can see like there's a stark difference in what people are doing. Um and like that was the other funny thing with coming back to this game is I didn't really remember how to play. So I've accidentally fought people. I've accidentally like killed a person I was supposed to go reason with because I kind of like just broke into her place because I didn't have the technical ability to to like open the door. I had to like go through the window and I like smashed the window and she's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I was like, "Oh shit."
Like the fact
Hey,
that they
gun drawn. Hey, what's up?
they have a lot of immersive sim, especially around the quests. It'll really be like that. You could hack your way in the door. You could hack the camera on the wall and listen into the conversation. You could go in there and be part of the conversation. You could just shoot the person through the door and
Go kill everybody. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I pulled up on somebody who's like stole cyber psychosis medicine and he was gonna go like kill the Ripper Doc. And like he's pointing at me, gun drawn. I'm up here crouching with a knife, like, hey man, you should kinda maybe you should chill and let me get that medicine. I don't care what you do. Just let me get that medicine. That's my mission. And I talked him off the ledge and he gave me the medicine. And I was like, oh, I thought I was gonna have to kill him, but I saw he was up there with like a health bar and shit. I was like, ooh. Usually, I rely on like being stealth mode and just throwing a knife at somebody's head and instantly killing them, and I wouldn't have been able to do that here. So
yeah, I've been specking out into just health essentially, like survivability, because like I'll try and be sneaky, but unless like a lot of missions end up guns blazing for me, so I'm like,
yeah,
let me just make sure I have health, and the byproduct of that has been grenades.
I'm
So
doing a pretty straightforward build. I feel like because I'm specking into knives, like knife throwing, melee, so katana action, and then like handguns. So like I'm cool as fuck, and I have good reflexes. That's about it.
Hmm.
I think my body's solid as well. But I'm probably not gonna add too many more points into that for now. It's just gonna be reflexes and cool. But yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm glad I finally pulled the trigger, and the game's definitely it runs better on the PlayStation 5 for sure. And a lot of the like the patches and shit they put in it have made the game
Hmm.
like not feel hampered
Oh,
by what I was dealing with
un-
beforehand.
it was unplayable on the PlayStation 4. They took it out the store for a while.
Yeah, like luckily I had a Pro, so it was playable,
Yeah.
but not in the best state.
Yeah.
And it came out after the PS5, right? So I don't think I ever actually played it on a PS4.
Did it come out after the
Yeah,
PS5?
Yeah,
yeah,
I want
because it
to
was like
say
2020. My first save
December,
file was from
Oh my
2020.
God, when was the PS5 come out?
November 2020.
2020.
Let me see, release date. So yeah, it came out December 10th, 2020, and the PS5 was November 15th. Let me see.
Huh.
November 12th. So yeah, it was up about a month after the PS5. Got my PS5 launch day. So like Cyberpunk, it didn't run like super smooth or anything. Like it was still kind of
Yeah.
like the frame rate wasn't the best and it was kind of
Mm-mm.
buggy. But like even when I originally played the game, I wasn't playing it on the PS4.
Yeah, yeah. So
No.
you dodged the bullet there.
That's crazy.
Um,
It launched on Stadia.
and it has they finally added that transmog system where you can just wear clothes now and not be stuck in some shitty looking
Right.
armor or stuff that you just picked up.
Yeah.
That look kind of bummy. Um, so yeah, all in all, I'm fucking with it. I'm just gonna keep
Nice.
playing it, and I'm not going out of my way to try and like speed run it or beat it or whatever. I'm just gonna play it as I see fit to help me deal with the world around me.
Okay. So we
Or
got
prepare for the world around me. I don't know.
right. I ended up watching Canadian news in response to some of the news that happened yesterday.
Oh man, just too much. Just too much. Like let's what point did everything change? Let's go back and
Let- Let's go
let's go
back
back.
to the
Let's
80s.
go let's go dabble in some time. Let's do some time dabbling at this
Yeah.
point.
All right. So, speaking of things happening in the 80s, Chris, one of the games you gave me is a period piece where you go back to a
To the 80s.
time, yeah, a time and a
Yeah.
place.
I guess in my disassociative state, I wanted to open up the nostalgia book. And so I actually utilized, I had Vice City, I think I bought back from the PS3 days. And it just has come over to the PS5, which is cool. But I actually what got me into playing Vice City is I played Jak and Dexter 2, which is pretty much Grand Theft Auto for teenagers.
You can
Because
steal cars.
yeah, you kind of like Jak and Dexter kind of like
Oh,
go
he's
into this
Jack because
portal.
he can jack people.
No, it did. He was Jak back in the first one, which was like a
Platforming.
sweeter child's game, platforming child's game. You kind of go through this portal with this like magical power egg that you find, um, and you go to pretty much Cyberpunk, but on a different planet, where you Overlord is ruling, and everybody is stuck in these giant walls within the city, and you can't escape. And there's a lot of oppressive police officers walking around, and you can steal cars in the game. Um, just that's fun. And it essentially the game works as like you go and you do little. You have icons on the map, and you go to that person, do missions, and do their storyline, just like Grand Theft Auto back in the day.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it's essentially that. The story, I mean, is not like dumbed down, but like it's simpler. It's a 23-year-old game, so
Yeah.
it's made for teenagers to
Be edgy.
be edgy. Yeah, you kind of get the superpower because they like do experiments on you before you escape prison. You can collect these like black material, and it turns you into this like gray werewolf looking thing that just as you punch things, black lightning shoots out of your hands, which is cool. Yeah,
Okay.
it was fun, but I was playing it and I was like, okay, I remember this game. It's a good game. It's not the story wasn't hitting for me, so I was like, I'm just gonna go play a real Grand Theft Auto game. So I booted up Vice City, and that game is just, I mean, it's the pinnacle of a early 2000s Grand Theft Auto. Just good time. It's a video game game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really got into Grand Theft Auto 5, even though it's on every single console.
Yeah.
But I just like,
I think I finally have it now.
yeah.
Because I'm just giving it away.
Yes. But I like going back and playing Vice City. I like played Vice City for 5 hours. I got halfway through the storyline of the game. And I was just like, this is fun. Just the immersiveness of playing in like listening to the 80s music that's on each station. The talk shows were actually like funny.
Yeah.
And just like as playing it as a kid, not understanding like the commercials that were on there. Like they have a commercial for Whippets on there. I was like, I didn't get this as a kid. It's like going back with your adult brain. I'm like, this game is amazing.
Meanwhile, now people like kids are out here doing Whippets. YNs are crashing out because they off the Galaxy gas.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy.
You know, a bunch of full circle moments here.
Mm-hmm.
Not in good ways.
Maybe Grand Theft Auto wasn't for kids. Maybe parents should have said
maybe
no.
It should have been rated M for mature or something like that.
Maybe you shouldn't have said. Maybe you shouldn't just said, "Oh, he's a good kid. It'll be fine." Maybe.
Yeah. No. Once my mom realized what that game was, and then like heard more about it, she was like, "Oh no."
My mom.
But when she wasn't there, I would play it.
My mom did buy the game for me and enjoyed the fact that the 80s music was playing. But as soon as I started running over hookers, it was a you got to not play this game. I was like, okay.
Yeah. I feel like that's
and every so often you would hit the lottery and they would just drop a shit ton of cash. And I'm like, damn, I caught you just after a job. Or drug dealers. I would definitely want to rob them because they had money.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's fun. I like the characters in it. They're actually like well written. You kind of get invested. I remember this is the one game where I first felt betrayed because of Lance Vance, who was a guy. I don't know if you guys actually played Vice City, but he was one of the guys who
actually played Vice City, but I don't know if I played the missions.
I think my extent of Vice City experience is Vice City Stories on the PSP.
Mm-hmm.
And like borrowing that, not even like owning that.
Well, Lance Vance was like a dude that as you're like, because you're Tommy Vercetti, you're from New York, you were in prison for 15 years. You get out of prison, the New York mob, yeah, they try to
force you to do that first mission.
Yeah. So you like they send you to Florida to try to take over Florida by getting into the drug game. And after a while, and that shit goes wrong, so now you got to get the mob's money back. And after a while of taking over Florida, you meet Lance Vance, who kind of helps you do that. And at the end of the game, he betrays you. And that's where I got trust issues as a child. Because he was my friend. Yeah. It was a good game. I just remember in games that like encapsulate you with story and characters, but also can still be a video game as video game.
Yeah, that I really just did the video game as video game stuff. In Grand Theft Autos, I have not made it to like the next destination. I think in Grand Theft Auto 3, that was the first time I was able to go to the next city.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, okay, Vice City. No, I
So
don't
you
think I
still the
played
bridges are
any.
still closed because of a hurricane coming.
Yeah, probably.
That
Sure, sure.
was the excuse they did. They were like,
In
due to a
San
Ukraine.
Andreas, I think that was the next time I was like, they're like, all right, you can kind of go to the next city now. But they introduced a bunch of stuff. Like there was like this whole game war mechanic where you would have to go
Hmm.
like take over territory, or they're like,
Hmm.
CJ, they out here, there's ballers everywhere, and you would have to go fucking track down the ballers and like keep them from. And that just kept me occupied. And at that point, I had cheat codes. I
Uh-huh.
had all types of cheat codes, so I wasn't going nowhere. I
They
probably
did
should
break the
have
game.
just to like progress the game and see
Hmm.
what happens, but no,
Yeah.
did not go to San Fernando legally. Of course, I did swim to these places illegally and got like fucking all the stars. We would drop a fucking tank on you, but all right,
Hmm. Yeah.
fuck you.
They are. The amount of stars and how fast you can get them. I don't know if it's like this in the new Grand Theft Autos. Like how fast you get them.
Well, you say new Grand Theft Autos, like there
Like old
isn't.
Grand Theft Auto, the newest Grand Theft Auto,
The current Grand Theft
current
Auto.
Grand Theft Auto. I just
Right?
There's
like
only like
I would just
three.
be. I wouldn't do anything. I would be killing bad guys, and I would just have 3 stars and just like trying to chase them down and just getting oppressively hit by every cop generated within a mile radius of the game.
You don't know that cheat to remove your stars?
Is it up, up, down, down, square X?
Oh, I can't remember. L1
I did
R1
have them all printed out and taped on one of on my door in the bedroom.
had them shits handwritten.
Yeah.
I have
For when I got computer time, because you didn't always have access to the computer.
the copy of Grand Theft Auto 3 that I have back there that I got from Goodwill has like printed off at the library cheat codes.
Oh fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. That's a little
Yeah.
bit of gaming history right there.
Yeah,
No,
oh yeah.
In San Andreas, I had that cheat code memorized, and then I had the one. It would give you like 2 guns, body armor, health, and like 25K. I had that one memorized for when I would die and come out of the hospital. I'm like, all right, let me get my shit back. Let me just get something. Let me just put something on my stomach. You
I
know what I'm
should
saying?
have I should have looked it up because the amount of times of dying and just being coming out of the hospital, I'm like, all right, I got to go to the gun shop now.
Right. Yeah, man. That 25K put you back in the game too.
Hmm. It is fascinating remembering how to get places in the game. Like, oh, I got to go to this store. I know exactly what way I need to go. Like
Yeah.
I live there.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
That's always weird.
why?
It's like,
It's like,
damn,
why did my
how do I
brain keep
remember
that?
this? Like,
Yeah, my brain has sense of direction for this. No wonder I can't pick up where the hell I am now.
yeah.
I'm trying to
Except for
think of a
like that,
recent game I had like
my
a sense
my
of
brain's like
direction
that for games, except for the Ancient Forest and Monster Hunter.
in.
To this day, you drop me in that shit, I am lost.
Oh yeah, I got routes in my head of pretty much every locale to get Speary bugs in Monster Hunter Rise.
And
Mhm.
Rise.
It's like, oh yeah, I know I'm going to need a few health. I'm not about to run up and just fight this Elder Dragon.
I kind of remember them because those maps were like super big. It feels like, um, but my brain was also off, and I was on my palamute, so I didn't develop those neural pathways the same way I would have in another game.
Oh yeah, after a certain point, like now I'm using a Palamute trying to get that trophy when I play Rise, but Palico's all the way. I feel like they were just way more useful in a fight, and once you learn the path to get wherever
Yeah,
you needed to go while powering up in Monster Hunter.
yeah, sure. But I'm usually playing with y'all, and if y'all are packing palicos, I don't really need one. I don't really need one. Y'all got it covered. I'm just gonna take the
And
Uber over there and sharpen my weapon.
Yep. Wilds we're gonna have just as sacred and a palico. So you you don't even have to choose.
Yeah, I'm ready for that beta.
When is that? That's like this week, isn't it?
I think it's next. I think it's Valentine's Day weekend. So have fun.
Damn.
They're drawing a line in the sand. And like, you got to be serious about this shit if you want it. And I'm like, you know what?
Who's the
Y'all got it.
additional monster?
I don't know. I've been radio silent on this shit. Like, I see y'all posting videos and clips. I haven't clicked on them. I haven't watched any.
Mm-hmm.
I've checked out. I know too much about this game already. So I'm good.
Well, it's technically what, the 6th through the 9th, and then yes, the 13th through the 16th.
Oh, so they're doing 2 rounds of betas?
It looks like on their official website. Yeah.
Oh, so there's one this week.
So Chatakabra, Dashiguma, Balahara, Raydao, and apparently, so we don't actually know who the additional monster
My
is
boy
gonna be.
Raymond Dow.
It'd be cool if they put Arkveld in there, because it would like make sense. Oh, it's probably Cumatrice, now that I think about it, because that's the one monster that's in that region that we haven't fought yet. Arkveld, I think, might be there, but I know for a fact that Cumatrice is there. We got that. 2 other things from this week. Multiversus is going offline in May again. It's time for good.
for real this time. I was just thinking about that game like literally a day before they announced that shit. I was like, does that game still get supported? Does it still exist?
Yeah, I'll see stuff for it, like here and there. Like
who's the next, like, oh, what the fuck character that they added?
I mean, they added Beetlejuice semi-recently.
I mean, that's probably for the movie that came out.
Yeah. Let me see. Multiversus roster.
Dope character.
Okay. We got Marceline, Raven.
But they started with LeBron James.
They added Joker. I'm trying to look. Banana Guard was in there. Jason was in there.
Banana Guard is wild. Out of all the characters in Adventure Time,
well, I mean,
Banana Guard,
Finn and Jake are also in it.
Marvin the Martian,
but like, Banana Guard is at the bottom of my fucking list.
Velma's in it,
and Marceline's in it.
A Gizmo.
Banana Guard? No. You can keep naming people. I'm still gonna be like, how do we get to Banana Guard?
Jason?
Agent Smith is in there. Samurai
Is Mordecai
Jackson
and Rigby in there?
No.
I didn't get that far.
But you got Banana Guard? Get the fuck out of my face.
When they put Raven in this, that's sick.
Come on, man.
Right,
We
getting all of the Teen Titans would be sick.
Wait, why didn't... Okay, so Gizmo and Stripe, both from... God, what's that fucking movie? Gremlins, yeah. Are 2 separate characters?
Yes.
Why couldn't you just make them turn into one?
This game, looking at this roster, it's just like...
They gave up on it a long time ago.
Like, looking at the franchises drop down, Adventure Time, DC Comics, Friday the 13th, Game of Thrones, Gremlins, Looney Tunes. What is PFG? Do I even want to know what it is? Oh.
It's from Rain Dog? Who is that?
That I thought was the original character for Multiversus. Rick and Morty, Scooby Doo, Space Jam, Steven Universe, Iron Giant, Tom and Jerry, The Matrix, Samurai Jack, Beetlejuice, Powerpuff Girls, and Teen Titans.
They couldn't put Aku in here?
Banana Guard.
Yeah.
Those niggas are disposable. Like, come on, man. How many that turned into banana cream pies? Most. They done got this shit peeled several
More
times.
revealed later is on their
Nope.
webpage still.
That's a damn lie.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if this is like an indicator that these live service games are, all on their way out. Ultimately, like that holdover from that period that we're in. But there's constantly new ones being created, like Marvel Rivals.
is the Nickelodeon one doing good?
I mean, that wasn't a live service.
That was just a game that came out just like Smash Bros, right?
Yeah, I mean they have a second. They have a second iteration of it.
Yeah.
Oh, with voice acting this time.
Yeah.
It got a sequel, so that just lets you know that it's not. Well, that doesn't even mean it's not a live service because Destiny and Overwatch kind of threw that concept out the window.
Yeah.
Let me see how well those went.
I mean, Destiny 2 went overall pretty well.
It's got its ups and downs. It's ebb and flow.
I don't know. Bungie kind of fudged the financials on it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then of course the community. I don't know. It always seems like the community is just upset at that game and what they do.
I will say the episode we came out with that was titled "Is Destiny Bad?" got a dislike. So I think someone thinks Destiny is good.
It was Jawad. He was like, "You motherfuckers."
All right, and then the other story that I wanted to talk about this week is they took away themes on PlayStation 5.
We were going in the right direction.
They said they're going to try and bring those back.
Yeah, but I want to change the startup.
Yeah.
That startup for me was peak.
I hope them taking it away is like, okay, we should probably
rework them, make them a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not mad that the themes are gone.
I mean, I am.
Yeah.
I didn't.
We were at least one step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Now we're back to just neutral.
No, no. I feel you. I feel like I put them on there and I kind of forgot about it because they didn't do anything special. It was just kind of
you get the startup and then
the startup was cool.
I think I was.
If you could choose PS2 startup.
Oh, PS3 startup would have been, I really thought when I put the PS3 theme on there that I'd get the PS3 startup.
I did put the PS2 startup on there and immediately restarted my system to see if it happened.
Yeah, but it didn't, unfortunately.
I mean, it's just a video and a sound bite, right? You could do it. I don't think it would be that hard.
Tell that to the Steam Deck because the Steam Deck has all of those. You can just set it and it'll actually work.
Metaphor just came out or is coming out. The Metaphor startup. No, it's just
I did see that. That shit's sick. That shit's sick as fuck. And I need that. So I just hope this is them being like, okay, we're gonna iron out the kinks in it, and then we're gonna open up the Steam store because I don't think companies are not making themes for it. I don't think that they're incapable of making themes for the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
They just need to have the ability to have that shit available.
What's crazy is they have all this shovelware they're just allowing on the PSN store, and they're making even their what is it, 7% rip. They're like probably making under $100 for each of these games. They could sell themes, make all the profit, and have replace
Or
every
like,
shovelware game on the PSN store with a theme.
because honestly, I don't even think I was buying themes like that. But like the games I bought came with themes.
Hmm.
Like pre-ordering, you would get yourself a theme. Getting the
Yeah.
deluxe edition, you would get like a pack of themes.
Hmm. I
Like
bought.
Persona 5 Royal, like getting that shit, they give you a bunch of themes. And then when you did shit throughout the game, they were like, oh, you did this, that, and the third. You get an email like, here you go, Madrid. Here's a pack of 3 themes. We know
Yeah,
you want it. Themes,
Astrobot back in
icons.
the day,
Yeah.
like Platinuming Astrobot would have gotten you a theme.
Yeah.
Like, are we even getting icons still?
Yeah.
No.
Yes and no.
Hmm.
Because I've definitely gotten new avatars since the PS5 came out, but I don't know how some of them.
Were those from games that had a PS4 version?
No.
Probably.
Astrobot gave you a bunch of icons.
Probably.
Because I know Gran Turismo definitely gave me a bunch of icons.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of want to push that digital archive shit or whatever. Like, yo, come check out my digital showcase. I don't give a fuck.
Put that on. At least let me put that on my profile on the console. Because I actually have some cool collectibles in PlayStation Stars. All right, so let me see my avatars. Okay, so there was a set for doing the wrap up, the 2024 wrap up. They gave us themes. Astrobot gave us themes. Dawn Walker, not Dawn Walker. Dawn Trail gave me themes.
And the Walker
gave me avatars. I mean,
and Trail.
The Pixel remasters, but I guess those are technically PS4 games.
Mm-hmm.
Gran Turismo gave me avatars. There were the Death Stranding 2 ones that I think... I don't even remember how you got those. Sifu. Death Stranding
did?
1. Yeah.
Nice.
I have two Sifu avatars. I don't know how I got them. That's the interesting thing. Is just looking through these, I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't remember how I got these, but... And I guess the last PS4 game that would have given me them would have been Near Replicant. And then I'm starting to get into like Persona 5 Royal, Puyo Puyo Tetris, Last of Us 2, and Fortnite.
I mean, it is an interesting thought to look at for themes to come out with. Isn't the rumor for 2026 the PS6 is coming?
No, that is looking like 2027 at the earliest.
At the earliest? I just haven't seen.
I think they might try and milk it to 2028.
Yeah.
Depending well, it really it depends on what Xbox does on the hardware front.
I think we say that, but the more I think about it, the more I think PlayStation doesn't kind of give a fuck at this point.
They can't.
Xbox is
everything's in Xbox.
Yeah, everything's in Xbox, and Xbox is just like, we're just putting out a piece of technology because we're conceding on this generation. We lost this one too, but we've laid down the seeds for what's next. And honestly, they have a good slate lined up for right now. Like, we don't know what the fuck PlayStation has planned. PlayStation has a piss poor slate lined up because it doesn't exist. They have Ghost of Yotai.
Ghost of Yotai.
I am excited for that.
Intergalactic, the Heretic.
Neither one of those two games got a window on them. So their slate doesn't exist right now. They have Ghost of Yotai. That's it.
Fair Games.
The fuck is that?
Marathon?
The fuck is that? That's just not coming out this year.
I'm just saying, like, we at least know
we
some
know these games
PlayStation
exist,
right.
but like,
Yeah, but it's like
oh, how the tables have turned.
yeah, it's like games that not everybody's going to care about
Well, I mean, Yotai, Wolverine,
are the two big ones.
Intergalactic,
Yeah.
because that's the new Naughty Dog game. Like
Yeah.
nobody's going to sit here and be like, "Oh, the next game from the people who made The Last of Us is
Oh yeah,
like."
yeah. I mean,
I mean, people are right now. Oh, it's woke,
intergalactic.
but
It seems more. It seems more in style with what I'm going for. Oh my god! If I hear woke again, I'm gonna strangle somebody.
oh, well, don't listen to the interview of
It's
the new Peter Parker.
in Cyberpunk. I'm gonna go in Cyberpunk and do it. That's where I go do all my crimes in the game.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, that game it's on my radar. Um, but you know that also might not come out till like 2026,
Yeah.
2027.
I'll be honest, I don't remember this game.
What, Intergalactic?
Yeah.
Did you not watch the Game Awards? That was
I'm
like the
pretty
big
sure
Oh
game
no,
at
I
the Game
didn't.
Awards.
if you didn't watch it live, then that would make sense.
Okay, that's where it was shown. Okay. No, it
Yeah.
looks really dope.
Right. It looks awesome, especially that end where it's like, oh, that's what the gameplay is going to be?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
so
mean,
they're
their
not
three
dirty
big
inside?
studios they're dropping something, but you don't know when.
You
But
don't know
they
when.
got something down the pipeline.
Yeah, and I mean, they kind of messed up with Blue Point and Bend because they put both of them on live service.
Yeah.
And canceled them.
Yeah. Not even like put them on
Mhm.
live service and then cancel the live service.
Like super unceremoniously. And if I'm at that studio, I'm looking around like, well, what does this mean for us? Like we
Oh,
we did a bunch of work for
hmm.
this project that's not gonna happen. Are y'all gonna put us on something new right now, or
They got to have something in the works. They can't
are
just be on the
are we
payroll
gonna
for nothing.
what are we gonna access? Like what is it? What is it? You know?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna fold us into another one of those studios that y'all have?
Hmm.
Are we gonna get a Bloodborne remake? Like remaster?
Blue Point
Well,
could
they
have
couldn't
done
do
that
that.
super easily. Like Blue Point could have done that in their sleep, and it could have been out.
We
like-
could have been had that.
They would have to get From Software to
They
get
got
the
them
okay,
to.
right?
They got them to give the okay for Demon Souls.
That's true.
Yeah, that's not a hard conversation.
They're
to
waiting
have.
for the
And
PS6 for
at
Bloodborne.
this point, they have stake in the company,
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the parent company with Katakawa. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
because From can't do it on their own because Sony owns the IP. So that
Yeah.
makes sense that like it hasn't.
Yeah.
They haven't done that, but
And it like if it's literally just a remaster, so or even just like here's the PS5 version.
do we
Mhm.
still not have Sunset Overdrive on PlayStation?
Wait.
No.
Really?
Yeah, we still somehow
on-
don't have Sunset Overdrive on PlayStation.
Never will.
Huh.
Even though Insomniac's a first-party PlayStation team now, and Microsoft is just putting their games where the fuck ever. Sunset Overdrive is just like one glaring like I still want to play that game.
Yeah. It's a fun game. It's
Somebody got it on Steam?
oh, is it on Steam? Oh, it is Microsoft Windows. Do I have it on Steam?
I'm gonna see if any. You
I
know.
played it on Xbox when I had the Xbox.
It
One.
is $5 on Steam.
It came out a long time ago. Well,
It's $8
Yeah,
for
it came out
ReCore
11
and
years ago.
Sunset. Oh, right.
10 years,
Before
10 and a half.
Insomniac was owned by PlayStation.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm adding this to my wish list. I might do that this weekend or next weekend. Play it on my young Steam Deck, and as soon as I do that, they're going to announce it's coming to PlayStation.
Yep.
Young day.
All right. Well, does anybody have one more thing before we wrap for the week?
No, we covered a lot.
Nope. I'm good to go.
All right. Well, remember, until next time, you can follow us all collectively around the internet, cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. On Blue Sky, you can find me at anton6.bluesky.social. Chris, where can people find you?
You can find me at Chef and Chris on Blue Sky.
Madrid.
You can find me at Frank Motion on Blue Sky.
All right. Until next time, the video version's edited by Chris. The audio version's edited by Akuma Santi. This has been a Know It's Good production. The descriptions are written by AI. Until next time, keep it cheesy.